So we've got a good one tonight. Something everybody's been talking about at least for the past year or so. It's that nice, beautiful, massive rock that's been flying around in outer space. We're going to talk about Oumuamua and just some of the things that have really sparked a lot of debate in the scientific community here recently, and with the disclosure going on in Congress, it just seemed like a good time to bring this back up. So just starting off by looking at it, just like you can see there, it's very unusual, and the reason it's very strange is most asteroids and comets are round, or slightly irregular shaped, but Oumuamua is long, it's narrow like a cigar. It's about 800 meters in length, roughly the size of a small skyscraper, if you can imagine that. The shape is also highly unusual among asteroids and comets. It's one of the reasons that a lot of scientists are really confused about what type of interstellar object this really is. Is it a fragment of a larger object, or was it torn apart from some kind of tidal force from something that it may have passed? It's not just its shape, but it's also the color. There's a lot of color that makes it pretty intriguing as well. A lot of the claims right now are saying that the color is due to the object being exposed to cosmic radiation for a long period of time. Basically, that with those physical properties make Oumuamua very, very unusual and a fascinating object for astronomers to study. When we talk about where it came from or how far it's been, Oumuamua has traveled to our solar system at an extremely insane amount of speed, right around 315,000 kilometers per hour. That's 196,000 miles per hour for those in the U.S. It's faster than any known asteroid or comet originating in our solar system. Think about that. Even more intriguing is its path through our solar system. Very, very unusual. It essentially defied gravitational forces of the sun and basically almost all other planets that it passed. In particular, the trajectory of it showed acceleration. That's what really got me. Once I heard about it accelerating, once it went past our sun, that's just, it's insane. Some scientists are calling it outgassing, but that's, if it wasn't a solid object, maybe, but it's obvious that this is a solid mass. So, still one of those ones that's up for debate, it's just, it's doing what it's doing, and why is it going fast? Why do we have more questions than answers? That's why it's such a good topic to talk about, right? Another good thing about Oumuamua is it also helps us understand the universe to a certain extent. We're trying to figure out how these interstellar objects, like Oumuamua, where they come from, how they got here, what created them, how is it moving the way that it's doing, why is it not playing by the rules that most of our modern day observers and astrologists they're puzzled. So if they're puzzled, us here out in the real world, we should also be paying close attention as well. There's certainly a lot that we can gain from this, at least in the formation of planets and things beyond our solar system. We can get an idea of how those things took place. So I think over time we're going to get a lot more information and understanding from Oumuamua to give us a broader picture of how the universe actually works. Even though there's a ton of different classifications and origin stories for Oumuamua, one thing remains certain. It's going to remain a controversial subject. When it was first detected, scientists thought that it was basically a comet, and the more that they've studied it, the more that they've realized that this is not a comet. What exactly are they going to classify it? It doesn't have a comet tail, which is one of the telltale signs, no pun intended, that it would be an asteroid. So there's really no consensus among scientists right now of what this new type of object could be. In addition to that, there's also been a ton of debate about the origin, you know, where it came from, and that's leading to a lot of speculation as well. Some think a nearby solar system or another star system not too far from here, but I mean an object like that, I mean a lot more analysis and compositions are going to have to take place. It's really going to be difficult to determine exactly where it came from and what it's composed of. You know, despite the ongoing debate, Oumuamua is just one of those things that we're going to have to continue to research and look for answers on that origin story. We're left with more questions than answers, and that's just the nature of these types of topics, and one of the reasons I really enjoy them. I mean, where else are you going to find such an odd-shaped object from a different place? Good luck out there. Keep your eyes to the sky.